Well, a very good afternoon. Welcome to Farming with Walt. Welcome to the Farming with Walt YouTube channel. I'm just getting my girls in here off this new grass. I'm going to bring them back in the morning and just have a little bit more of a graze of it. I just want a little bit lower residual on it. But they're looking massive. I'll put a bit in here of them. They're quite wide. Don't panic, it's not bloat. They're just, you've got to remember, they've got a calf in there. They had a pretty good breakfast and then they've sort of been gorging on this new grass, but they've done bloody well. I'm quite pleased. So I'm just going to take them to their paddock that they had last night that's still got a bit that needs to be cleaned up. And then we'll bring them back in the morning. They can have a bit more of a chew here, and then I'll send them to another new grass paddock. What that'll do is it'll stimulate the grass growth, and it will also make the grass send out its tillers, so which is very important, spread outwards. So cover any of the gaps. So we'll get them in, and they can go and have their nightcap. There's a bit more grass up there, and they'll be happy as. But I'll show you a few more of them, mate. Oh God, they're funny. Happy as Larry. They're like bloody cannons. Bloody torpedo tubes there, torpedo tubes. They've had a good day. So we'll just let them walk to their night paddock. For most farmers here in the North Island that are obviously spring calvers, not autumn calvers, have just about, if not dried off. So that's where the cows, you dry them down so they stop producing milk. And that's done over the course of about a week. The best idea is to give them a bit of hay. And what that'll do is it'll slow them up so they stop producing as much milk. And then what we do is anything that's got over 150,000 in cell count, we give them a long-acting antibiotic, and then we put a teat seal in the end, which stops any bacteria getting up there and causing problems and inflaming and ending up basically as mastitis. So it's very important that we do that. Anything that we've never had a problem with mastitis, we still give them a rapid mastitis test, which is a paddle, and we strip each quarter 2 or 3 squirts of milk into a paddle. We put a little bit of chemical with that, and if it goes like a gluggy consistency or thick consistency, that would indicate that there is subclinical mastitis, which is, and the difference between subclinical and clinical is that clinical you can see, subclinical you can't. So if it was to come out a little bit gluggy like that, that cow would also be given a long-acting antibiotic just to reduce the risk and mitigate that risk of her flaring up once we've closed off the teat canal. And then what happens is they just go about their business for the next 8 weeks or so. And then once they start calving, we bring them into the shed. Sometimes the calf, when the calf starts getting a bit of milk, it'll dislodge the teat seal. But when they come in and we start milking them and getting the colostrum off them, we will strip those every individual quarter to make sure that that teat seal is removed. It's a wonderful product, and it really does make a difference. Last season, they didn't do any more than about 8 of our heifers that we had here, and we had a number of them that had mastitis when they came in. Heifers are prone to getting swelling in their udder, and that mixed with mastitis is a bad mix. So everything's been teat sealed this year in the heifers, every one of them, and I wouldn't expect them to have any more problems here with mastitis, hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, we'll get these girls back up to their paddock. So they'll head up to the back of this paddock once they've sort of clicked that they're not. I think they thought they were going into here, but they're not. So there's still a good amount of feed at the back of this paddock, so they'll get that tonight. And then, as you can see, they're in pretty mint condition. They're in pretty mint condition. Even going a bit further if we like. They're looking good. We're just trying to get a bit more condition on them at the moment. We're pretty happy with their condition. We had in-shed feeding, and what in-shed feeding does is it tends to maintain their body condition. You do lose a little bit, but not much. So they'll start calving here on the 1st of July, and it should hopefully go well for them. That's enough from me. Hopefully you guys, if you're dairy farming and you're drying off or have dried off, everything's gone well. Hopefully you're gearing up for the new season, which starts on the 1st of June here in New Zealand. And you have a bloody marvellous season. We'll catch up with you later on.